Okay, we're back going into our second hour of Dungeon World Oldtown. I'm going to pull this up. So I have a feeling Esley is not going to be joining us today, so that is a bummer. But we do have Zed, who's now level 4, so that's exciting. And Axiom, what level are you? 3. So that's pretty cool
3.
too. And Axiom is also undertaking his paladin quest to cleanse this tower. What boons did you pick up from that?
Invulnerability to fire and a mark of divine authority.
And in order to keep those boons and blessings, you have to observe the vows of piety, which means that you must perform your daily observance to Avel, and also valor, so you may not suffer an evil creature to live. Which, again, like I said during the break, super easy for you. I mean, that's just par for the course with Axiom. So you all wake up. Oh, and then Zed, did you pick up that telekinesis spell that I made for you?
Yes, I did.
And then what else did you get?
Level 3 telekinesis equipped. Charm person, invisibility, and now also magic missile.
And is that now a cantrip for you because of Prodigy?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Okay, so
Cast magic missile all the time.
Unless you have to forget it.
Yeah.
I mean,
the ropes.
But you know, this is a good Buhamut roll day, so it should be okay.
Yeah. No
Oh, was last one bad?
I don't know, but he got a 9 and a 12 and a 9, so he's doing pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those even days.
It is episode 8, so you all wake up. It is probably late in the morning, like maybe 9 o'clock ish if you had a clock, but you don't.
Dial.
Nothing interrupted your sleep. You can all heal up to half of your total hit points.
Having avoided combat for the past couple of sessions, I'm actually doing pretty good.
Okay.
Does that mean my maximum is 24? Does that mean I can heal up to 12 or
you can heal 12 HP.
You can add 12 to your current amount.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm at like 15. It's like, oh, you heal up to 12.
No,
Wait.
no. Yeah, you heal damage equal to half of your max HP. So. Okay. So, it's morning. You all wake feeling rested and ready to
It's a tower.
check out this tower. What do you do?
Head towards the tower and kick down the door.
Door's
fold
open.
up the camp and head for the
I
tower.
kick it down anyway.
All right, you pack up camp. You start heading towards the tower. You see this dark mist rolling out of the doorway.
Mary's just like following them as if it's like, of course she's going into the tower with them. Why would she not? She doesn't like say anything to indicate that this would be, yeah.
Right.
I turn to Zed and ask him to cast light on my spear if he could.
Cast light on your what?
On my halberd.
On his
Right.
halberd. I don't know if
Yeah, once again, Docs, your voice doesn't come through the speaker, so I can barely hear you. Alright, yes, I can indeed cast light on your halberd, at least in theory. So, if you let me see, although I haven't had luck with it, though. But today's a good day, so
today is a new day.
here we go.
It's a pass. So you have to choose a negative effect. -1 ongoing, forget the spell, or draw unwanted or unwelcome attention.
See, the problem with drawing unwanted attention is that sometimes it creates new problems that we wouldn't normally have to deal with. Okay, I draw unwanted attention or put myself on the spot. How does that happen, GM?
Well, you don't notice anything right now. You cast the spell. His halberd lights up.
Okay. Lovely. Everything worked just fine.
Love you guys.
I'm anticipating shadow beasts, and I start slashing the air around.
All right, your sword cuts through the mist. Nothing seems to happen.
Now, as far as I'm aware, too, the light spell should last until I put it out.
I think it's a concentration thing. So you can only have... Oh, wait a minute. No. Hold on. There is a special stipulation. I think you can't cast it on his halberd unless you end up holding it. I think it's as long as you're holding the object.
It says it lasts as long as it's in your presence.
The spell
Oh,
lasts
in your
as long as
presence.
it's in your
Okay.
presence.
Okay.
So, my staff, I've been casting light on this like continuously.
Yeah.
But I would like never really want it to like not be. So, is it still casting light, or at some point did that reset?
Because he hasn't lost his staff recently.
Yeah, I don't
I mean-
remember the last time you cast light on your staff because you haven't really traveled much at night. But we can say that it's been cast. That's fine. I don't care.
I mean, yeah, it's completely your call. If you want me to cast light again, I can.
No,
try it.
I'm not bothered by it.
I call down even more minions of hell upon us.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
fine.
you got lucky because I hate losing the spells. I hate forgetting the spells, and so you just keep getting more and more attacks on us. 'Cause not that I ever did.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, they're all harsh penalties, but is what it is. So yeah, we'll say you have two sources of light. You have Axiom's halberd lit up, and you also have your own staff. Though,
And I do warn Axiom to stay within my presence. So halberd doesn't go out on him unexpectedly.
as you're standing in the doorway to this tower, you notice that it is not casting light as far as you would expect it to. It doesn't seem to quite pierce the shadows.
Magical darkness. This should be pretty obvious, but I would like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to cast a spell.
Oh boy. Here we go.
While he does that, I will defend Zed.
Okay. So, why don't you roll plus Constitution, Axiom? Zed, go ahead and mark XP.
Yay, I get XP.
Axiom, I think it's, what is it? Basic moves, defend, hold 3. And then keep in mind that if the thing you defend is attacked, you may spend hold 1 for 1 to choose one of the following options. Redirect an attack from the thing you defend to yourself. Have the attack's effect or damage. Open up the attacker to an ally, giving that ally +1 forward against the attacker. Or deal damage to the attacker equal to your level, which is 3. Which is pretty legit. Okay, so let me look at my GM moves that I haven't looked at in a really long time and see what I can do with that failure.
I also just want to say, like, I had some real life D20s, and I just rolled them, and I rolled a crit, and now I'm hating myself because I just wasted a crit.
So I failed at casting the spell, and it brought unwanted attention on me. Axiom was defending me.
No, your unwelcome attention was from casting the light spell, which you did successfully.
Okay.
But now you failed at casting Detect Magic, and so I'm looking at my moves to see what, because that lets me make a move as the GM. So I'm looking at my GM moves and trying to decide what I want to do.
Show me your moves.
Um,
What is that from? It's like
actually,
Luigi who says that? Or
I don't know. I think what happens is that you actually do cast the spell, but you don't see what you expect to see. Instead of like seeing the purple ley lines of the magic reveal for you through this tower like you normally do, all you see is like a face in the darkness and burning eyes. And then you blink and it's gone.
Well, that's not good.
And then you strain to look again and it's not there. What do you do?
Are we currently like inside the tower, or are we like about to go in?
You're at the doorway. None of you said you stepped
Okay.
inside, so I'm not going to assume you have.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. I think that we should head to the base of the tower. I probably explained my reasoning to the other party members since they weren't there for the first tower. I don't think there's any original party members
Nope.
left.
Nope. Not even Estelise, who's not here.
So Zed is going to use his, wisdom from long life and explain that at the base of the tower, there's like this shadowy vortex well. At least there was in the previous one. And that we can most likely expect to see something similar in the bottom of this one. So we need to head down. Fighting the undead down there would be unwise. Possible, but unwise.
Mary, you would be familiar enough with the layout of the ground floor to know where the staircase leading down is.
Okay.
Though I will say the dark mist and the fact that none of the windows are letting in light, even though it's a perfectly sunny day outside, that's new.
Okay. I guess I'll do my best to lead them to the tower, or to the stairway that goes down.
Okay. Is there anything that any of you would like to do along the way? And Axiom, are you still defending Zed this whole time?
yeah.
Okay.
Would I know of any positions that my mother may have had that would be useful potentially? That I could just I'll just grab this.
She never really let you in her room. That was forbidden, but you know where her room is. It's on the upper floor though. On the same floor as your room was, so you would have access to it now, but it's in the opposite direction of where you want to go.
Yeah, I was just thinking if there was something I knew about. I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to...
I don't think... Because you never really gained her trust because she never gained your trust, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So she never really let you in on, all of the details of what went on. She wanted to wait until you were initiated to give you that dark knowledge.
Makes sense.
Axiom and Zed, was there anything that you wanted to do along the way, or are you just going to follow Mary?
I suppose that Zed would just simply follow Mary. I mean, he can't detect magic. He's probably a little bit spooked by seeing the... He's just going to be kind of on edge and ready to cast when he needs to.
Sure.
Axiom's pretty much just playing bodyguard at this point.
Seems fair. Okay. Mary, you pick your way through the ground floor. You have to go more by memory. It's almost as if, you were going in the dead of night. It's that dark. And even though Axiom and Zed both have weapons casting light, it doesn't... I mean, it does do something. It's not completely unhelpful, but it's definitely more difficult than it should be in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
You do eventually find your way there. And as you stand at the top of the staircase, you notice that the light coming from Axiom and Zed's instruments it's becoming slightly dimmer. It's still functioning, and Zed, you have no reason to believe that it will cease to function necessarily unless something specific happens, but you all notice that it's definitely being impeded by something.
Does the dark... So there's like a misty darkness, right? Is
It's
that
like
accurate?
there's dark and there's also this rolling dark mist on the floor. Almost like have you ever like gone into a freezer and there's just kind of like that rolling, like a walk-in freezer, and there's just kind of like that rolling.
Yeah.
It's like that,
So
but like
the
black.
mist is mostly like towards the floor, but
Yes.
then it's also dark?
Yes.
Okay. Is the mist like moving as if it's coming from somewhere? Or is it more or less stationary?
It does seem to be coming from downstairs. Like, it is like a
makes
rolling
sense.
mist.
Yeah.
I have a bad feeling about whatever's waiting for us in the basement, but
Yeah, it doesn't seem like we could go upstairs and somehow prevent the mist from coming from downstairs. That would be odd. Although I guess it's not impossible. But I mean, we would definitely, if possible, want to avoid fighting while we can't really see very well.
well, I've already cast light, so there's no physical method of, well, unless we like start a fire. That would create smoke, which is kind of counterintuitive.
The question would be, would it be worth exploring the upstairs in the hopes that there might be some way to shut the darkness off?
I'm going to interrupt as your friendly GM, and in the interest of time, because this is our last session,
Yeah.
and we don't have a lot of time left because I have to cut it slightly short because I have to wake up at 4 a.m. to go catch a plane. So, you're not going to find anything up there.
Okay. Good to know. That's very helpful.
To the basement, bring logs.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
So,
Well,
I
mean,
guess...
we could just consider it too that we were like all on a dedicated mission. We're going to go to the base, and we're
Yeah,
just
or
going to cut off
maybe
the
I've heard
fire.
something about this particular, like, death failsafe or something like that.
I mean, if someone
know.
would like to spout lore on the mist, like perhaps Zed consulting his vast knowledge, you could
That's
roll
probably gonna
plus
be better than
intelligence.
Mary doing it.
You know, I still have books.
You could
many
even,
books.
consult your books. Hold your staff real close so you can
Yeah,
actually read
just hold
them.
very... What does that say?
I just noticed too that the bag of books says that it was spilled. So that's a tag that's probably been rectified for a long time.
Yes, you can
Excellent.
remove that tag.
Just happened to see that there. That's all. All right. So yes, I will use a book in order to spout lore.
All right, roll plus
What do I do
intelligence.
for that? Just an intelligence.
Yep, roll plus intelligence will add +1 to your result. Is that another 4?
I thought he was on a good day today.
Well,
Yeah,
I guess we
I
were
don't understand
wrong.
what happened.
So
That
it might just be too that I've missed so many sessions
you don't
that
have
I'm getting
to.
to good and bad at the same
Yeah,
time.
like,
Yeah.
like the streak system is just totally broken now, I guess.
So let's
So
Could
mark
I possibly
XP.
swap, since this is possibly like a dark god or
Hold
some
on.
unholy?
Let me deal with this failure first, and then
Oh, okay.
because this is not just he fails to know anything. I
All right,
think
so-
you know that this mist is not magical. Like it's not an arcane mist necessarily. It is it comes from another plane of existence. And so you know that there is nothing on this plane of existence that can really combat it.
Okay. That sounds completely fair.
And possibly true.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to play in character. I'm
Right.
going to take that as
I'm
But-
just
but
saying
I mean,
that's
at the
what you
same
know.
time- Reveal an unwelcome truth is also a move.
Yes.
Yeah, but anyway. I guess I'll go first down the stairs very carefully and trying not to fall down the stairs in the darkness. Actually, I'll let Axiom go first because he has an actual light.
And he has armor.
I have armor too.
I'm looking at Spout lore, and it says on a miss, the GM's moves will often involve the time you take thinking, and it says that the answers are always true.
The answers are always true if you get to ask a question. Okay, so here's the thing about Spout Lore. Spout Lore lets you ask a number of questions based on what you roll. If you get a miss, then they're not always true.
Okay.
It's on a success, they're always true. So, like, if he asked me a question because he got a success, I would have to answer it truthfully.
Okay.
And as far as on a miss, I get to make a GM move. So I did.
All right. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's good to ask questions about the rules and understand them. So I guess you are being volunteered to go first down the stairs, Axiom.
I rip a door off of its hinges, lay it down the staircase, and ride it. No, okay, I go down the stairs.
No, you're playing Linkaidi's character. You gotta play your character.
That's Katie Lynn, by the way. So Axiom, how do you want to go down these stairs? Or do you want to? Or do you want somebody else to go first?
Halberd first.
Okay.
Slowly and steadily.
All
There's
right.
black mist boiling up from the basement. Nobody wants to go down the stairs.
Are you
But,
all...
like,
I don't know.
his
I think-
quest is to cleanse it, and that seems like the place that mostly needs cleansing.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
fair.
all I need to do is like follow the direction of the fog, and like I know I'm going the right way.
Yeah.
Are
can
you
just
all
go-
following Axiom?
Yeah, I'll go behind Axiom.
And then I'll take up the rear.
Okay, I need you all to defy danger with your dexterity, please, as you walk down these stairs that you can't really see because of the mist.
What is my dexterity? It's not bad.
Okay.
Hey, it didn't fall.
Okay, Zed, mark XP.
Yay! Lots of
Um,
XP for me. I'm going for level 5.
I think what happens is that you see something behind you and you turn around to look and you think you see those eyes again, and for a moment your blood runs cold and you freeze, and then it fades away and you turn around to look at your party members and they're not there.
I believe Zed would just assume that he's too far away and expects to meet them at the bottom of the stairs. So
Okay.
he's just going to continue to follow down the stairs.
Okay. Axiom and Mary, you are continuing down the stairs. You are able to find your footing. The darkness is getting thicker. It's almost like you can almost feel like the oppressive presence of the darkness. But you make it to the bottom of the stairs without incident.
At this point, will we notice that Zed's not there?
If you turn around, you don't see him.
So I guess I stopped defending him.
Oh, right. I should have... Well, no, because he just got lost. It's fine. He just got lost.
All right. Zed calls out to the rest of the party and says, does anyone have a bloody rope?
You don't hear that.
Okay. Furthermore, I don't have a rope.
Does Axiom hear it?
You don't hear that.
Okay.
So
It's a stairwell we're in, right? I mean,
You're in a stairwell.
okay.
I talk to the mist, and I invoke my divine authority. And I'm just winging this.
I mean, go for it. It seems cool.
Based on my divine authority, roll plus charisma. And I tell it, be gone.
Okay, so tell me specifically what you're attempting to accomplish with this. You just want to
Make them-
dispel it? Or do you want to make a path? Or what are you trying to do? Are you trying to
as
reason
much as
with
I
it?
can. Basically, be gone from my presence.
Um, you know what? I'll allow it. Go ahead and roll plus charisma.
7 is still a success?
It's
yeah,
still a
seven's
success.
not bad on that particular roll.
Now,
The
is that
downsides
is
of
that a
partial
particular
failure are-
move that you're doing? I don't see it listed on your sheet.
I
I
am
think-
the law.
Okay. Where is... Oh, there it is. Oh, choose to give an NPC. Well, that's okay.
Axiom is so badass he can intimidate Mist.
Well,
On a
like,
7 plus, they choose 1. Okay. Okay, I can work with that.
basically, like, my reasoning here was this like, usually a miasma is like a consciously controlled extension of something. Like, it's something's aura, so there's no just inherently evil mist
That you've met.
so far.
1 second, I'm scrolling through the monster manual.
Oh joy!
Fun.
Doop doop doop. No, that's... I think it's further down. There it is. Okay. Okay, that's not it. Oh, that's actually really interesting. So you hold your holy symbol out towards this dark mist, and you command it with divine authority to be gone. And, you see faces starting to form in the mist. Many, many faces, twisted in agony and pain and terror, and, you come to realize that this mist isn't a mist, it's a mass of writhing, like, it's not just a mist, it's like a mass of, like, writhing, dying people, but they're, like, in this mist, like, I'm trying to think of the word for it. It's like they're,
Like
Immor-
spirits or corporeal people?
they're as if, like, the after images of eternal death and damnation.
Okay. Makes sense.
And,
Does Zed see this?
only Axiom sees this.
Okay, good. Because otherwise Zed was about to call it quits and go back to his tower.
One of them reaches for you, Axiom, and it is moving to attack you.
Hackety slashity.
Unfortunately, that is not going to be possible to Mist. Like you've tried to cut
I
it
beg
with
to
your
differ. I definitely can slice through some miss.
I mean, if you wish to attempt it, I'm not going to have you roll, and I'm just going to say you slice at it and it fails. But I will give you the option instead to defy danger in some way, to either get out of the way of its attack or try to power through it as you are slashing at it.
Okay.
You can use either dexterity or you can use constitution. Okay. Stumble, hesitate, or flinch. I think what happens is that you do get out of the way, but you are so unnerved by this this sight before your eyes that you've come to realize through your divine, like your divine sight basically has unveiled this truth to you, and you stumble out of the you're slashing and you kind of stumble out of the way of its grasp because you have no idea what that creature is capable of or what it would do if it would possibly drag you into that mist, into this eternal suffering, torment, and damnation. And as you are stumbling out of the way, you drop your halberd into the mist. You hear it clatter beneath you. It's still there.
Is it still glowing or not?
You can't see the glow.
Yeah, because
Here's a question. Did it stop glowing when we lost Zed?
Oh, right. When you're in his presence. Yeah, actually, it wouldn't be glowing anymore.
I kind of want to rewind to then, because if
You're
I'm
welcome
like,
for
I
that
was
help.
literally holding my halberd in front of me, I would have noticed when it went dark.
That's true.
Hell, I was using it to see.
I know you were. How do I want to handle this? Because actually, no. It's still glowing even as you drop it. That's more
Okay.
interesting.
Well, I try to pick it back up.
Okay. I do want to say though that as you drop it and it descends into the mist, you see it falling glowing into the mist, but then the layer of mist blocks the light, so you can reach for where you think it is, but you can't see it.
I'll try to pick it up.
Okay. You pick it up.
All right.
All right.
I'm trying to think, like, unless like the mist comes out and grabs me here, like it should be right there.
I mean, we're like completely enveloped in the mist right now. If it really wanted to grab us and pull us in, it probably would have already.
Yeah, our feet are already inside of the mist at this time.
Yeah, really. I mean, the only reason it reacted is because Axiom issued a divine authority, and the mist was just like, okay, I guess I'm gonna reach for you now.
I mean, I could almost imagine it being like they can't see us normally. They're still in their tormented world. But when Axiom invoked holy power, all of a sudden he appeared as like a beacon of light to
That's
them.
interesting.
And now they weren't reaching to attack. They were reaching for salvation.
Maybe.
Because they see
Or
holy in a world of damnation.
possibly.
I hate the fact that like all these magical and unholy things, like so many things in this can't be affected by physical stuff. And here I am, this holy warrior, and I can't do anything against all these things that like a paladin should be fighting.
I think it's more just that you guys aren't necessarily the best equipped for dealing with this final encounter. So it's like you are a holy warrior, of course, but you're level 3. It's like you're...
Says the person who said that levels don't matter and even level 1s are alright.
I mean, they don't matter as far as party composition goes. I mean, you've got
I
a
lit
level
things
1
on
fighter
fire.
with you.
I mean,
Lots of
maybe
stuff responds
it's
to
possible
that.
that something like Smite would help you out there.
If you want to smite these poor damned
No.
souls.
Smite is like an advanced move that paladins can get.
Yeah, he just picked it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
nice.
I have it and it's on my weapon. It just doesn't do anything.
Don't you have to use it as a move?
While on a quest,
Uh,
you deal plus 1d4 damage, and I would assume that would be holy.
Oh.
But you said my spear doesn't do anything.
Oh, right. I forgot. I'm sorry. Well, you picked up your halberd or spear, whatever, with no ill effect, so we'll just go with that for now, but I'll try to remember that for future. Sorry about that.
Have you
No
noticed
problem.
that the majority of things that slow us down are not enemies? They're just stuff. Like a door with a society living behind it, completely stumbled. In this case, it's a stairway covered in mist. Oh, we can't descend. We're stuck.
To be fair, a stairway where you can't see the stairs is actually quite dangerous.
It really
Like
is.
that's a legitimately dangerous obstacle. That's not just us being paranoid. And
well,
we
if we
did
knew
go
that
down
they were
it,
short,
and it
I
went
mean,
poorly.
we're in armor. We could just like slide down them.
I don't
Like, forget
think.
being able to see the stairs. Let's just, water slide it.
Well,
I
like,
don't think that would really be.
if you close your eyes and you go carefully, like, even a blind person can go downstairs.
Yeah, but they're used to being blind.
So the question is,
When you suddenly take away somebody's sight, it's a little bit different.
is there anything that we can do to try and find Zed?
Do we even know he's missing?
I mean, we know that he's not here,
Well, I mean,
but we also know that he's not very far away, probably, because
Your halberd is still
Of the
lit,
light.
so you're still technically in his presence.
Axiom didn't see you either. I mean, as far as we know, everyone's totally separated.
Wait,
can
do
he
I
and
not
Axiom
see?
see each other?
No, Axiom and Mary are together.
Oh, okay.
It's just Zed that's separated.
Who is still walking down the stairs while Axiom has stopped. So
Yes.
at some point, we're going to like collide or
Unless you got
Or
shifted
not
over into a
collide.
different dimension.
Yeah, it's possible that you're nearby but not nearby.
Like,
and
remember
that you
when we
get to the
said
bottom
that,
and
like,
you won't
it
be
might
there.
suck us into hell? He can't hear me.
Like we may have to go through the portal and then come back to stairs on the other side of the portal to find Zed. That is a thing that could potentially be the case.
Zed, you reach the bottom of the stairs and you don't see anybody. It's possible they've gone further into the tower's basement.
okay. So either I passed them on the stairs, or they didn't realize I wasn't with them and kept on going.
Or something else.
Um,
I'm going to keep going and try to find the source of this and just punch him in the face.
I mean, that is your standard MO.
okay. How about this? The floor that I'm standing on, what is it made out of?
You can't see it because it's covered in mist, but if you tap it with your boot, it feels like some kind of stone or possibly like ceramic tile or something. It's hard.
Okay. I want to crouch down. I'm assuming that the stone is like, multiple large slabs.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right. I want to cast light on one of the slabs at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to cast your spell. Mark XP.
Look, I think we know what type of day it's going to be for Zed. It's just at the beginning of the day didn't really count. For
I guess
some reason.
not.
It was an outlier.
Please remember, Zed is the last surviving member of the original party. In this, our final episode, it's good to finish off the old crew.
Okay, so you bend down to cast the spell, and you hear footsteps approaching, and your concentration's broken. You're unable to cast the spell, and you look up, and I get to reveal a super fun picture now.
I am mixed with
Oh,
equal
that's-
parts anticipation and dread.
Please define super fun.
Well, I don't have to. It's right there.
Well, that looks like not a good thing to find when you're all by yourself in the darkness.
Well, at least his heart's exposed.
A creature of desiccated flesh and bone stands before you. His eyes are burning, and you recognize those eyes. You recognize that face. That is the face that you saw in the mist upstairs. And you can see the mist rolling off of it. It doesn't say anything, but its eyes lock with yours, and you feel a sense that you are trespassing. Like, you feel not necessarily shame, but that just this sense of you are not welcome here. What do you do?
I'm sorry, I'll leave now.
Yeah, actually, Zed is probably close to his breaking point about this, where he's like, you know what, fuck this, I'm just gonna go home. I mean, he can't fight this thing by himself. He doesn't know what it is. Wisdom just dictates GTFO. He's probably gonna turn around and go back up the stairs.
Okay, defy danger with your dexterity as you run up the stairs.
He's totally
You just had to. You already broke him, and you just had to layer that on.
Oh,
Apparently,
thank you. That would have been great. I slip on the stairs or something and end up right back down by his feet.
You're
He
still
just, like, stares
trespassing.
at me with the pointed pity, like, oh, you poor bastard.
I think what happens is that you do trip in your rush to get up the stairs. You catch yourself with your hands, and your staff clatters back down the stairs.
How much of this campaign have I
That's-
spent chasing my staff?
Yeah, that staff really does seem to be attracted to the bottoms of wells. Like that's just where it
he
always-
couldn't lose his shoes or anything like that. No, it's always his staff.
Like,
Fuck it.
it's always in his
I
hands.
can't.
It's so easy to drop.
The staff
I
is
cast
a
telekinesis.
Okay. Roll to cast a spell.
Hey, there it is.
Hey!
Pass.
Skippy.
Okay, let me reference the spell because I haven't looked at it in a while.
I do have it on my
Yeah.
spell.
Okay,
as well.
so gain 3 hold.
Okay.
The spell is ongoing, so until you use all your holds or dismiss the spell, you take -1 to all other cast a spell actions. You may spend 1 hold to do one of the following actions. Use what's nearby to attack a target. You can deal damage without having to roll. Close manipulation. You can move a moderately heavy object nearby with great control and distant movement. You can move a moderately heavy object far distances, but without fine control.
All right. Close manipulation. I turn back around and summon the staff back to my hand.
Okay, you do so.
Boom.
Boom.
Now I have my staff. I continue up the stairs.
Okay.
The force of your staff colliding with you.
Do you continue to sustain the spell?
Yes, I still have 2 holds.
Okay. You grab your staff, you make your way up the stairs. You are now at the top of the stairs.
Oh God, can he? Is he
Does
even in the
tower
same
still
dimension?
Look familiar?
Yeah, like if he leaves the tower, will he be outside or will he?
It looks, as far as you can tell, the same as when you went down.
And I didn't see anybody on the stairwell.
No. So I'm going to leave you there for now. I'm going to tack back to
I was
Axiom and Mary.
At a loss.
Yeah, that's fine. You're just standing there just kind of bewildered, and now we cut back to Axiom and Mary. Dox, did you have a question?
I forget.
Okay. Axiom and Mary, you were at the bottom of a staircase. Axiom got lunged at by one of these figures that make up the mist. Mary, though, you can't see that, so you don't even know what he lunged away from. Also, Mary, I want to remind you that your mother did tell you that this area was warded and you've never been down here.
Yeah. I guess we've not tried calling out for Zed yet, so I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
And I'm assuming he doesn't respond.
No, you call out for Zed. All you hear is your own voice echoing off the walls. Actually, did he introduce him? Yeah, he did. He did. Zed Rao. Axiom, I remember you saying that you wanted to go in deeper and punch something in the face?
Pretty much.
Okay. You start to head deeper into the basement area.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Axiom.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just walking?
Following the mist.
Well, the mist, once you head out of the stairwell, it extends in all directions. Like, you can't really see a clear path. It's like you're open, like in an open room, but your light is very limited, so you can only see like the wall behind you where the staircase is.
Like, is the mist stationary down here?
I wouldn't say stationary, but it doesn't seem to have an obvious source at this point.
Okay. It's more like waves just kind of splashing around.
Yeah, more like that.
Poop. I pray for. Sorry,
yeah,
go
go
on.
ahead. Go ahead.
I pray for guidance. What here is evil?
Everything.
The most evil. What here is more evil than
rank
the rest?
rank the things in the room in order of evil.
So you pray to Avel to let her wisdom and light guide you and reveal the truth of the evil around you. And you look around and you are surrounded, you are saturated by evil. There's evil in the mist, there's evil in the walls, there's evil behind you and ahead of you. It's almost disorienting, but you do see almost like this epicenter of evil. It's just like extra concentrated, and it is ahead of you.
I call out to Marie saying, "This way," and head forward.
Okay.
Right, I follow. It's too bad we don't have a wizard who could actually help us engage supernatural threats.
Yeah.
But you do have Axiom, who's on a quest and has Smite. So,
That's true.
which I forgot about, so
Yeah,
thank
the-
you for
no, that
reminding me.
was-
Tripped and fell out of this dimension. Oops.
All right. So, you walk forward, and as you walk forward, the floor you can feel start to slope downward. It's a gentle slope. It's not like super deep, but also as you're walking, your footsteps turn into like sloshing as you start to walk through liquid. And I'm going to cut back to Zed. Zed, you're at the top of a staircase. You've lost your party members. There's mist rolling all around you, though it is about probably like knee-high, I'd say. It's coming from the staircase below, where some creepy, monstrous undead thing told you to go away with his eyes. What do you do?
Well, I'm going to look around for my party in the most wizardly way possible. I want to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Character believes that the mist is not magical, and therefore it should not interfere with it. If Detect Magic works, then I can detect magical items on them and find out where they are.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to cast a spell. Axiom, I'm going to look at your character sheet real quick.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead and choose your negative effect first.
What was that now?
Go ahead and choose your negative effect first. So you can either forget the spell, take -1 ongoing, or draw unwelcome attention, or put yourself in the spot.
Yeah, I was reading them. They all.
They're all bad. They're all
Every
bad.
I'm actually just gonna go ahead and forget the spell.
Okay.
I think that's a good
Most
decision.
things here are magical. I think I've just determined everything that is magical. So
So, you blink and you look around, and, you see that the mist is magical. For one.
okay.
But, but you're able to see, a faint bright point beneath you. Actually, let me double check, Estelise's character sheet, just so I can be super specific about what you see.
Oh yeah, what happened to Estelise? Is she with us, or is she
She's,
with them?
I assume she's still with you.
Okay.
Ran away with me. We're plotting how to demolish the tower.
I think what happens actually is that as you look, you see the remnants of one of your spells. It must be your light spell that you cast on Axiom's halberd, and you can tell that it is almost out of your presence, but far beneath you.
All right. Ed is going to attempt to memorize where it is and head back down the stairs to walk toward it.
Okay.
He steals himself and heads back down into this bloody stairwell that he hates so much.
Okay.
Miss Burrow is like, "Hey, I asked you to leave. Could you please leave?"
You head down to the bottom of the stairs, and you can see in the distance Axiom, Mary, and Estelise walking forward. They're still quite a far ways away from you, but you actually see them, and you didn't see them down there before.
Well, that's bloody convenient.
I'm not going to trigger the same trap twice. That's boring.
All right. Good. Good. Suppose the rest is in your hands. Do I? Yeah, that actually sounds like a pretty good idea. Sure.
None of
I
us
think
heard
you
him
cut out.
except for you, because he was shouting and muting.
Oh, all right. Well, it was Dox's idea, but yeah, Zed will go ahead and call out to you guys.
That is a good idea. You will actually hear him.
Hey,
And if you turn
it's
around,
Zed.
you can see him.
Come here, buddy. We're going towards the darkness.
I've already been there.
I
Already
head back,
seen the darkness.
head over to Zed, grab him physically, and then turn around and continue going. Not pulling him, just
No more disappearing.
his hand on his sleeve, making sure he's there.
Meanwhile, while this is going on, Zed is excitedly telling everybody about the darkness, the dark creature that he saw, describing it in great detail, and that it told him to GTFO, so he did. And then he found you guys again. So be warned that he's not going to be happy to see us.
No, it's
When
just
we do
super
finally-
helpful. He's like, you're in the wrong place, dude. Just, go back up the stairs. It'll be fine.
It seems like a pretty nice, horrible Dark Lord thing, to be honest. He's just like, "Hey, please leave." And you're like, "Okay." He's like, "Cool." No
And I
harm
also
done.
do mention that the darkness around us is magic, not divine.
Okay.
At least that's what I've determined, right?
You were able to determine that it is magical.
As in arcane instead of divine? Or is there a distinction in this
I
universe?
don't know
didn't
that
even-
there is a distinction.
Oh.
Interesting.
You just know it's not natural. Anyway, this feels like a pretty good spot to take our next break.
I'm pretty sure that it's obvious it's not natural.
Well, you thought it was
I don't know.
natural. Like what?
Like it's possible that it's from another plane and it's natural on that plane.
Yeah, that's what you thought. And that...
His brain's evil sometimes. The evil mist comes in. It's December. It's that time of year.
Oh damn! That natural evil fog rolling back through the banks again. You know.
Anyway, we are going to go ahead and take our next break. We will be back in probably about 5 minutes. So thank you so much for watching, and stick around. More Dungeon World Old Town coming up in just a bit.